Hi, Mom, and hello, everyone, and welcome to the first episode of Royale, or Royale Review, if you prefer to say it that way. This is gonna be a fun series that I've wanted to do for a while now. I wanted the first episode to be on the bubble game, believe it or not, and then when that didn't happen, I wanted it to be about trading, and then, that didn't happen either, and I can still do those. So this is gonna, if you want, but, this is gonna be a series where when Royale High gets an update, we discuss it. I can discuss Royale High drama, stuff like that. So it's gonna be kind of like, you know, your news outlet, or kind of me discussing my opinions and whatnot. So you can, I'll probably make a community post where you can suggest ideas for this. So this is going to be part 1, episode 1, and we're going to be discussing the Easter event, which I believe today is the last day you can actually do it. So this video is overdue, but make sure to head to your apartment, put on your cherry blossom kimono if you have one, and make some tea, because I'm about to deliver some boiling hot tea to you, and it's gonna be an opinion served hot, and I have strawberry tea to go with my outfit. So, yes, get ready, because I'm going to be serving some hot opinions to you. This is 100% opinion. This is the brutal truth about the Easter 2020 event, and I'm gonna tell you absolutely everything. So, I'm gonna critique or give my opinion on several different things, and I've asked some people on Twitter, so I've got responses from lots of people, like my friends. I've gotten responses from YouTubers like Real Roses Are Red. She replied, and I'm going to show you what she said. And yeah, this is going to be mostly my opinion featuring some of the stuff they said, and we're going to talk about it. So yeah, let me see, I will go right into it. I'll be right back because I have to pull up the screenshots of what they said so I could read them. And I am going to sip my strawberry tea and we're going to get started. And also I'm going to give this a final grade. I don't know if I specified this. I'm going to give the event a final grade when we're done based on, because I'm going to give it out of like 5 stars for each of the different areas that I'm talking about. Alright, don't know if I explained that well, but we're going to hop right into it. So I'll see you on the other side. Okay, so first I'm gonna start with people's opinions on the event. The tweet I sent out got 261 replies, so people had a lot to say. So I'm gonna pick like 5 people's. So I'm gonna start with my friend Beth. She actually put a whole thread on it. So I'm gonna read what she said, and I'll put these screenshots up on the screen one by one. So I'm gonna read them from her. So here's what she said. Her @ is Logically Beth. Go follow her. She just hit 3,000 followers. Big deal for her. So please get her to 4,000. It's important. I know at least 1,000 of you are gonna watch that. So at least like 200. Okay. By the time this video is up and done and has gotten most of its views, I expect it to at least have 20,000. So there's gotta be at least 1,000 of you that have Twitter. Okay? So follow her. And if you already are following her, then you're awesome. So here we go. Let's read what she had to say. Okay, so Beth said, the bunnies were an absolute nightmare to collect. I had a terrible migraine after due to the fact that I had to put on a bright filter to even see the rabbits easily, and I have 20/20 vision. The concept was nice, but it could have been delivered much, much better. They weren't listening to the complaints of the players and saw us working together and proceeded to think that teamwork equaled cheating. It was fun for the first 5 minutes, but the event became so repetitive so quickly that if you were with somebody else, it would become a race to find that one rabbit first. Not to mention, some of the rabbits were even clipping into places so you couldn't pick them up, or they were just hard. I think that it was an event to get more traffic into Moonlight Square. It definitely did make it more popular for the time that it was here, but it ended up just getting hated on. Not to mention, the fountain does not have a halo yet, even though it's almost 2 weeks after Easter now. For reference, this was April 25th. There is a halo now, so. The events are getting later and later, and soon the devs might have to skip a holiday event just so it can be on time for once. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Subscribe to Gory Gaming 24601. Alright, let's move on. Alright, let's see what my good friend of mine, Quality, lots of people love her. So it says, I love the idea of it, but the actual event was pretty difficult. It was still kind of fun looking for all the chocolate bunnies. Did I mention chocolate? I have to sneeze. Okay, actually, the creator of these eyes I always wear, I absolutely love them. I don't know if I'll ever use another face. Okay, said, "It was okay. I guess I didn't like the bunny collecting because it took up so much time, and it feels sad that a huge holiday like Easter had less than a smaller holiday like St. Patrick's Day." Alright, here's what YouTuber Real Roses Are Red said. I actually replied to her. Awesome YouTuber. I often see, like, that people who watch my videos also watch hers, so. Alright, says, "Not gonna lie, I like the egg hunt way more and was really looking forward to the egg hunt this year. I said I never got to experience the egg hunt because I started playing actively afterwards, but from what I can tell, it seems like more my thing too. I do still have a lot of the accessories since trading came out because I've been trying to get all the accessories that I missed since I started playing Royale High last year in about July is when I started playing consistently. And then I also missed a lot of the Halloween stuff last year because I wasn't playing then either. I took a long break. Okay, so Halloween, she also said Halloween candy hunt was fun too, but most home stores made their places so dark I had trouble seeing, but the egg hunt was perfect. It wasn't too difficult either compared to the candy hunt. You would have probably liked it. Then Quality chimed in with, I couldn't even complete the Halloween hunt as it was super difficult, but it was still pretty fun. Then, alright, let's see. Let's find someone else who had something to say. Alright. San said, at the same time, you have an advantage if you own a VIP server, which is kind of unfair also. I don't mind, though. I still think they were pretty easy to get. I collected a total of 550 bunnies in public servers, and I'd say it didn't take that long. I only collected 110, because that's how many you needed. I did about half the day it came out and half the next day. So I did get all the accessories, though. Alright. And then Savannah said, people would steal your bunnies and say, like, LOL, or if you get it before them, they'd start saying, you saw I was going for it, and you cheated and got it before me, or something like that. And they only respawned, like, once every 15 to 20 minutes, so it's basically impossible to get a single bunny in a public server, and sometimes even private ones. I don't think the 15 to 20 minutes one is correct. From my experience, they, respawned as soon as someone collected the last one, so there was always one at a time, except for a glitch, which I'm gonna bring up once I get into my personal opinion. So that was some of the voices on Twitter and what they had to say. And apparently, in other news, murder hornets have arrived in North America. You know, I really should be a news anchor. Yeah, so that sounds fun. Also, trending in the United States is hashtag why we should leave Earth. So, as you can see, the world has gone to complete and utter crap. Yay! But that's not what this video is about. So, I'm going to take another sip of my tea, and we're going to get into my opinion on the Easter event. Buckle up. It's going to be a bumpy ride. Gonna take a sip of my Pepsi, which is my equivalent of tea in real life. ASMR. Do that every day. Welcome to my ASMR channel. So, number 1, total content. Did the update feel lacking or was it too much? Okay, so, here's what I said. Here's what I feel. So, it did feel like there wasn't a lot to the update. Like, there was just one thing. It was just chocolate bunnies and hunting. That was it. There was no Easter Halo when it came out. When I started forming my opinion, there wasn't an Easter Halo. But there is now. There's a Spring Halo, the Cherry Blossom one. It kind of goes with the outfit. There wasn't anything that we could buy. There was nothing except for Bunnytown. And the only thing we can do in Bunnytown was look for bunnies. The accessories were cute. I'll talk about that in a minute. We could talk to people. Like, there were options to talk to the big chocolate bunny and people in Bunnytown, but I could only talk to the big chocolate bunny. Like, that didn't even work for me. I couldn't even talk to the people. It did work. So, for total content, I give it 3 out of 5 stars. Because the other feature, talking to people, didn't work, and there was really only one thing, but I will say you did get a lot of time to work on it. So, and there were accessories, so I feel like it's 3 out of 5 stars on the content. Alright, this is, what do I call it? What's the word for the different areas I'm critiquing? Like, does it start with Q? Quick. Like, the different areas. Nah, okay, we're just gonna call it thing number 2. Alright, so, pay to win. Like, how much is the event pay to win? So do players with game passes in Roblox have a huge advantage, or just a little bit of an advantage, or is it equal for all players? So in my opinion, the update was completely pay to win, because players with the private server had a huge advantage because no one else was looking for the bunnies. And in what I saw, it was nearly impossible to do in a public server. Like, I'm not a true gamer. Like, I'm not very good. And I'm sure if I had given it more time, I could have done it. And like I said, like someone said earlier, they got almost 600 bunnies in public servers. So it's possible. It probably just takes a lot of skill. So I couldn't get more than 2 bunnies before I switched to my private server and completed the event. And that was much faster. And also, players with the faster flight game pass had another advantage because they could look faster and mess with their flight speed. I will say that because you couldn't convert diamonds to bunnies, it didn't mean everyone had to work to get the accessories, which means that it wasn't 100% pay to win, but it felt pretty much like it. So, because you couldn't convert diamonds to bunnies, and that's the only reason, 2 out of 5 stars for pay to win, which means that it was pretty much pay to win. 5 stars would mean that it was the same for everybody. Alright, here's the accessories. So, were they cute and fairly priced, or were they not worth the price you had to pay? And for other events, I'm also going to be asking, were there even accessories? Which obviously there was. There were quite a few, and I thought they were great, so let's talk about that. The accessories were adorable. They are adorable, and I like them a lot. I think there could have been more accessories for the guys, but that's always true with Royale Highs, that we need more stuff for the guys. It's awesome that the kimono fits for them. I'm probably going to do another Royale Review one on the kimono once the shawl comes out and it's complete. So I do have a lot to say about the kimono, and I am glad that it fits the guys. So, there was only the tie, which fits for guys only, and the hat, the top hat, which fits for everyone, I believe. In my opinion, everything in Royale High should fit both genders, but that's my thing, all genders. So I think there could have been more accessories for the guys. There was also some drama with one of the items that received a lot of backlash from some rather dirty-minded people. There was a lot of drama on Twitter, and the modeler of that got really hurt from that, and that sucked. So, but that's in the past, and I won't keep talking about it here. If you know, you know. I didn't see it. Personally, I think the accessories were adorable, and I have them all, and I love them, but they were a little overpriced in my opinion, just because of how difficult it was to get the bunnies, especially without a VIP server or the flight game pass. So for accessories, because of the drama, and because of how difficult it was to get the bunnies, 3 out of 5 stars. But the 3 stars because they were absolutely adorable, and a few different modelers came together and created these really awesome accessories. Alright, time! So this one is, does the event take too long to complete, or is it way too short? So here's the deal. This update takes forever, but that's not actually a bad thing considering the situation. I'll explain. So if you don't have game passes or a VIP server, it takes forever. I can't stop stressing this. I want it to be equally difficult or equally easy for all Royale High players. And that's saying something because I had an advantage. I have the VIP server and I have the game pass. And you'd think if I have those, I'd like the advantage, but no, I want it to be equal for everyone, because I have almost 120,000 subscribers, and I know there's no way all of them are going to have that game pass and that server, or even either or. So I want all you guys to be able to have this. I want everyone to be able to do this. So here's the deal. I think the good thing is, since we're all in quarantine, and we're all out of school, and most of the Royale High players will still be in school, the fact that it takes too long isn't so much of a bad thing, because it gives us something to do, a goal to focus on while we're all here, and we have something to do in Royale High while we're waiting. Thing is, the next event probably won't be till what, July? 4th of July, and even then we don't get much for that. So, we're gonna be waiting for a while. Alright, so I will give it that. So it definitely was not too short. So because of the circumstance and because we're all in quarantine, the fact that it took too long was a good thing, and I will give it 4 out of 5 stars. Alright, next we're going to talk about difficulty, which kind of ties in with time and the pay-to-win stuff. So, is it way too hard, or is it way too easy? I think we can all agree it was pretty hard, even if you do have the advantages of Robux on your side. So, IMO, in my opinion, which is this whole video, basically, except for the stuff that when I asked other people, it could have been a little easier. It could have been a lot easier. Apparently, there weren't always as many burrows for the bunnies to be in. So, that was cool, but I never played it. I never got in the event when there were less burrows. So, they could have kept that amount of burrows and let the players have more fun with it, rather than making it like a grinding competition to see who could find the chocolate bunnies, because it did get pretty boring pretty fast. So, because of the difficulty, 2 out of 5 stars. Alright. Realm and locations. Are the locations amazing? Were there even any new locations or changes to any previous locations? So I will say this. Bunnytown was really cute, but it was almost completely covered in burrows and greenery, which were gorgeous. And there's not much else besides burrows. It's pretty much only there for the purpose of collecting bunnies. And I'm not sure if it'll actually stay or go away later. I feel like they could make changes to it and still keep it there. It just won't have the chocolate bunnies. So I like Bunnytown. I hope it doesn't go away. And if it does, I hope they bring it back every Easter, regardless of whether or not they're doing anything with it there. So hopefully it stays and gets a makeover, so that it's around for a long time to come, because I do really like Bunnytown. So because Bunnytown was cute, but also because that was the only purpose it served, 3 out of 5 stars. But I did appreciate the map of Bunnytown and the way it was kind of like a maze. I thought that was cool. Alright, next up, glitches. Were there any problems or glitches encountered with this update? So, here's the deal. This is from my experience. I don't know how many other people experienced this. Oh goodness, were there a few glitches that I encountered with the update. Okay, so for one thing, I couldn't really talk to anyone but the big chocolate bunny in Moonlight Square, which I talked about. No matter how many different times I tried, or how many different ways I tried to click, or how many times I restarted Roblox or my computer, or no matter what computer I was on, I tried this on multiple different computers, I could not talk to any of the other NPCs that had options for conversation, and you can see that in my videos. You can see me struggling because I want to talk to them. I also noticed that after collecting like 4 to 5 bunnies in my VIP server, they stopped spawning, and I'd have to leave Bunnytown and leave Moonlight Square completely and then go back and restart. So it's not that I was like bad at finding them, because I had a route that would check every single burrow, and I made sure to check like 4 to 5 times before being sure they were all gone. Like, they just stopped spawning. So, for that reason, because that didn't really affect much, but it did affect my experience, because it didn't make it impossible or anything, it was just slightly annoying, so I will say that it mostly functioned correct, so I'll give it 4 out of 5 stars for glitches, because it wasn't that bad. Alright, last but not least. So here's the last thing. The community response. The overall way that people felt about the thing. So this is mostly what I observed from the Royale High Twitter community. So everyone get ready, because the Royale High Twitter community is full of drama, full of tea, and absolutely full of opinions. So let's take a sip. Alright. So the response from the community was kind of meh. So. People definitely thought it was too difficult, and the drama with one of the items was huge, and it didn't blow over for a little bit, and like I said, it made the modeler of that item feel pretty bad about themselves, which sucked, because they're an amazing person who doesn't deserve that kind of stuff, and they even considered remodeling the item, and I think it's amazing and didn't need it, so that was really not cool. So I noticed that the people with VIP servers and faster flight game passes obviously weren't as upset, but the players without those advantages didn't really know what to say. So it definitely seems like, from what I saw, because I wasn't there, so this is their opinion, not mine, it definitely seems like the Royale High community, or at least the Royale High Twitter community, preferred the 2019 egg hunt. So, that's mostly all I have to say, actually. Oh, there I am. That's mostly all I have to say. So if you like this video, like the video. I don't want to do too much shameless self-promotion, so I'm going to finish up my tea here. And I will say, I'm going to make a community post and a pinned comment on here, so you can suggest other things you want to see for Royale Review. And I will see you all next time, and I'd love to hear what you thought about all the different things. Oh, that's right, the total score. So I believe, if my calculations are correct, the total grade of the 2020 Easter event was 24 out of 40 stars, making the grade 60% D-. So, needless to say, it was meh. But I enjoyed it. Not as much as some other events, but I did enjoy it. So I'll see you all next time. Stay awesome. Bye, Mom.